And you can see bombs are popping up randomly. I think let's drop this over there. That's for fast dropping with the space key. Let's do this code is massive. There is over 500 lines of code.
Whoa.
500. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Curious Minds podcast. I'm Kshithij, and today's episode is all about ChatGPT-5 and some of the cool stuff that you can make with it.
Hey guys, I'm Trisha, and yeah, GPT-5 is seriously powerful. It's not just about answering questions. You can use it to generate full apps, games, and so much more.
Today, I'll be sharing my screen and putting GPT-5 to the test. And Trisha will throw ideas my way, and we'll see how quickly we can go from, just an idea to working code, right? So we've got a few different builds lined up. So let's get into it.
Okay, now first up, let's ask it to make a tiny game.
That's a great idea. But what game should we even make?
Maybe something classic like a whack-a-mole game in JavaScript?
That's a good idea. Alright, so let's ask it to make a functional whack-a-mole game with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. It should also have a countdown per match of 30 seconds, 30 seconds, and a point system, and at the end of the match it would show their final score.
And I think we should also include high score.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good idea. And it should also include high scores. High score. This is the final prompt over here. Let us send it to ChatGPT. Here's a complete functional whack-a-mole game. 30 seconds. Okay, it includes a 30-second cooldown timer per match, a scoring system, hit moles plus 1 point, a game over screen that shows the final score, and a high score tracker saved inside local storage. Okay,
This is
you can copy paste this into a single HTML file, and you can see over here this has the CSS, the base HTML, and also the entire JavaScript. So as you can see, it is done. So there's actually a way to just preview this inside ChatGPT itself. It's by going to the edit button and pressing on run code. If this comes up, just press allow, right? And you can see over here, the moles are over here. I know it doesn't really look like moles. It's just one sample image, which we can replace it with our own one. So you can see the score is increasing and the timer is decreasing. And okay, this 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, your final score is 22. So it's saying my highest score is 22. So let's say I score something lower than that. So let's just do 3 points for this entire match, 2 points for this entire match. So let's wait for it to end. And you can see it doesn't contribute to the high score because this is a lower score than that. So now if we go on our A game and if we play this nicely and get over 22 points. Okay.
And I think we should also add a difficulty element like some obstacles. In whack-a-mole there's like a bomb that comes in some of the tiles. So we can add that.
Oh yeah, that also comes, right? Just so that they can, if they lose points some of the times. And you can see now my score is 23 and my final score is 23. It increased from 22 to 23.
That's good.
So I think let's add that bomb element. So let's close this preview screen and let's ask it.
And guys, then in the meantime, time when Kshithij is asking the prompt, you know the pop-up that Kshithij had you opened up to preview the game inside ChatGPT itself? Well, that pop-up is called the canvas feature in ChatGPT, where you can actually edit the code inside ChatGPT itself, and you can also run it or preview it using the run button. Okay, so Kshithij is asking it, in the whack-a-mole game, add a bomb in some of the areas for more difficulty, and it will pop up randomly to confuse the players. I think we should use an image.
The only issue is that ChatGPT, right? It cannot find images.
But you know, when I actually had used the ChatGPT-5, I had also tried doing some things with it. So at that time, what it was doing was it was creating like a SVG, or it would get images from Unsplash or those royalty-free websites. So I think we can ask it to make a proper image of the bomb.
That's a good idea. Let me actually ask it that. Marked with a bomb looking SVG, or at least an emoji. I think this is a good prompt.
Yes.
So I think I'll send it.
So you can.
So this is actually one of the new things with ChatGPT. Or here it says what it's doing at that time. It thinks longer, or you can get a quicker answer. So you can see it is just doing its thing. Just you can copy it into an HTML file and open it, or this preview it over here. Let's see. And also you can see this is really fast. That's one of the new things with GPT-5. It is lightning fast.
But if you remember, in the old version of ChatGPT, which was GPT-4, at that time ChatGPT had many different versions like GPT-4 O, O1, O2, and ton of GPT versions. Now what OpenAI did was they combined all of these different versions into one big version called GPT-5. And then what it does is each time it gives you a response, it sees which version to use, and then that's what it's gonna use. That's why in some of the responses it will be fast and some it will be slow.
Okay, that's really cool. You can see it's finished generating, and this is a lot longer than the previous one. So I think it will work better. So let's press on run code, and wow!
This looks good.
And you can see bombs are popping up randomly. Bomb, this, oh no, -2 bomb. Wow, this is beautiful.
But I think the tiles are a bit too large.
I think if I just zoom out a little bit, yeah, just like that. Now it actually comes. Now you can see it. Bomb, you can see it decreases my point. There's even a screen shake. It's so detailed. And you can see the game over screen is so much better. Game over. You scored 8 and bombs did up 2 points. Watch closely. You can see that is so good. Look, if I click on a bomb purposefully, you can see it says -2. So you have to be careful for that. Yeah, there we go. Boop, boop.
The moles just look a bit ugly. They aren't really the actual mole images. But otherwise, I think this game is pretty good. Wow.
Yeah, this is really good. Now my score is 18. Yay.
Okay guys, so now let us move on to the next thing.
So I think this time let's build something a little more functional.
Yeah. A to-do list app with add and delete features, all in HTML, CSS and JS.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So Trisha, what prompt should I give ChatGPT?
I think ask it, create a to-do list app with add and delete features.
List app with add and delete features.
All in HTML, CSS and JavaScript.
All in HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Right?
Yes.
That's the entire prompt?
Correct.
Okay, now let me send this to GPT and let's just see what it creates, right? It might not be that good, but we can improve things later on.
Yes.
Now let's check it out. And let's go to run code. And whoa, okay. This is interesting. So if we press add, I think we have to type it over here. So let's do drink water. Drink water. If we press add, you can see it added it over here. Next we do exercise. Exercise. Okay, you can see it added it over here, and there is also a clear all button which doesn't really work, but we can ask it to fix that. The X button works. You can see we can close.
But it doesn't have like a tick button or like a tick button, because usually in to-do list tasks there's like a check box which you can check and then say that you're done with that task, and then it will come to the next day.
Yeah, but in this one, whenever you add something, so let's say walk. If we just say walk, right?
Yeah.
If we press add, it's like this is not done, and once you're done, you just press on this.
Yeah,
That's finished.
Right? That's good.
Yeah.
But the thing is that
So
you add it, but you can't really say like done, because later if you want to like show someone, or you just want to see later in the day how if you have done all the tasks or not, then you can't see that.
yeah, that's one thing. So I think let's just quickly ask it to do two changes. One is fixing the clear all button, and the next one is adding a check mark.
Let's not specify. We're gonna try to confuse it and see how it behaves. It's gonna get the full creative freedom and it can do whatever it wants. So let us ask it, saying that the to-do list app should have lots of features.
The to-do list app should have a lot of features,
and all the features should be useful and functional.
It should be useful and functional.
And also it should be like a real to-do list app.
And it also should feel and be act like a real to-do list app. Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm gonna send this. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Okay.
Let's
It's
wait
editing
for
the
it.
script. Let's see what it's doing. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see it shows the old code and it's just updating that code.
Yeah.
To be honest, with this new update of GPT, it does it so well. It's not even like vibe coding. It's just vibe waiting. It's like waiting for this to finish.
Yeah, but you will actually need to do. You'll have to come into the code sometimes when ChatGPT just can't fix a problem.
Yeah, that's one of the times that you have to
And
check it out
also
yourself.
the creativity, if you wanted to create a good result, like for the whack-a-mole game, we had to point out every feature that we wanted in the game, right? So if you want a very good result, then you have to point out all the features. So the creativity is yours.
So now let's press on the run code and you can see this is how it is. Let's add a task. So let's do walk. And you can change the date. You can actually put it. So let's put 2025. Let's put this for 17th of August, right? There we go. And walk. There's also an all active and completed. So let's add this and you can see, whoa, there's more buttons now. There's a done, edit and delete. What happens if you press edit? I think you have to put like a different task here, right? So like, let's just put run instead of walk, put edit. Okay, I don't think the edit function works that well.
Yep. Press done.
What if you press done? Let's press done. Okay, you can see there's like a little
Like a
line
stripe.
over it. That one's done. Yeah. What if we press undo? Okay, when we press undo, it just undoes that line. Okay, that's cool. Let's just add a few more tasks rapidly. So this one, let's do drink water. Let's do 4/9/2026.
And
Add
it
it.
should not
Okay, there
allow
we
to
go.
go to past dates.
Yeah, it should not allow to go to past dates. Let's see if it actually allows it. So let's do.
It did, because if you
let's
see
do-
for the run, it's 00030301.
Oh yeah, this is like like thousands of years ago. Yeah, thousands of years ago.
thousands of years ago.
Yeah. What does the clear all button work now? That also doesn't work. I think it's because we didn't specifically mention it. If you do active, okay, actives are completed, and the completed one, and you can see none of them are
This is like a
completed.
filter.
Yeah, correct. What if we press done and let's go to the completed? Yo, you can see it's coming over here.
Yeah, this is actually pretty good.
So now if we delete some, you can see it deletes. If you go to completed, it's not here anymore. So it actually works well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool, right? This is not that good because some of the features don't work, but
Yeah.
this is like a base that like new to-do list apps can use, right?
Yep. But it's not to the level of the whack-a-mole game because we made it work in one shot, and in the second prompt, it was even better.
Yeah, correct. Lastly, let's see if GPT-5 can handle something a bit more complex, right?
Yeah. Now let's go with the classic. Probably something like ask it to make a fully working Tetris clone in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Alright, let's ask it the prompt. So let's ask it, create a fully functional Tetris clone in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, JS, and players should have the ability to rotate, move, and move the blocks, right?
Yeah.
Just like real Tetris. Let's send this prompt. So this is the full prompt over here. Let's click on the send button. Alright, so you can see it has generated the code over here, and this code is massive. There is over 500 lines of code.
Whoa,
510
that's a lot of lines.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I first thought when seeing this. And in the left over here in the actual chart, right, it says your Tetris is ready, and the quick controls are the left arrow key and the right arrow key to move, and press the down arrow key, the soft drop, and up or X rotate, CW, and Z for rotate, CCW. I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know what
We'll check that out. Yeah, and the space for hard drop, I guess that's for fast drop, and C to hold, P to pause, and R to restart. Let's check that out, shall we?
Yes, I am more than excited to check it out.
Okay. Why is it not working? Oh, okay, it works. You can see I can move this around with the arrow keys, and I can rotate it with the Z key, look, and I can move it down like that with faster using the downward arrow key. I think let's drop this over there. That's for fast dropping with the space key. I think we'll fill this right here, just like that. This should fit there. I think we'll actually move it here. Fast drop. This fast drop also just like that if you don't want to wait around. There we go. Yeah, like this. I think we'll drop it like this, just like that, and go down. And it even shows what's next over here. That's just nice. That's so good. Let us rotate this and let's fill it up just like that. Go down. What else? It is space to hard drop. Oh, you can also rotate it the up arrow key or the X. Okay. And what does slash do? Slash does nothing. And you can press C to hold. Oh, this is for holding it. And CW. What does CW do? Oh, C. Okay, it's for that. If you do P, it pauses it. That works well. And if you do R, it restarts.
Wow.
Okay, that's really cool. This is amazing. This is actually so good. This is way better than I expected. And guys, this is one shot. There's no like second or third prompt. This is amazing. Honestly, this is the best one out of the entire well round, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Kshithij, how do you think children should go about learning this?
Well, I'd recommend first starting with the basics, things like animation, mobile app development, 3D modeling, and graphic design, right? And those skills would help a lot in the long run. And sometimes, especially when generating code, right? ChatGPT can't fix certain path issues by itself. And that's when you need to step in yourself. It's like math, right? Before learning algebra, you start with like addition and subtraction and multiplication, right? You don't jump straight into the advanced stuff. It's the same here. You just get the basics down, then use ChatGPT to just go further.
Yeah, that's a great piece of advice. And I also agree because before coming into ChatGPT, you also should have the knowledge of the individual skills and the basics, right? Because AI hasn't advanced to such a level that it can do entire 3D games. Because if you notice, we didn't show ChatGPT making 3D games because it can't. It needs to create a 3D render engine and all the things. So you have to have the expertise in those areas which ChatGPT can't do. And that's why it's best to start out learning all these basic skills and then move on to ChatGPT.
So true. So, guys, that is three very different things, all built by GPT-5 in just a matter of few minutes, right?
And we've only scratched the surface. There's so much more you can make with it.
Alright, so that's it for this episode of the Curious Minds podcast. We hope you enjoyed building with us, and as always,
Stay curious and keep creating. Bye.
Keep creating. Bye.